Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, June 12th, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Yesterday, I got to explore Deep South County a bit, and man, I'll tell you, we live in a diverse and oh so beautiful place, man. If you get a chance, check it out. It was a perfect afternoon. And before we get going, a happy birthday to Annapolis mayoral candidate Jared Littman. Anyhow, let's get right into the news, shall we? A week after pleading guilty, Erica Griswold resigned and was replaced. The Orphans Court judges for Anne Arundel County announced Jasmine Jackson as the new Register of Wills following Erica's resignation over misconduct. Jackson, who's been an auditor for 16 years, replaces Griswold, who pleaded guilty to cashing a cashier's check meant for her office. Griswold did state that her plea was in the best interest of her family, staff, and the public. She was indicted in January for misconduct, misappropriation, and theft. The case involved a $6,600 check intended for non-probate inheritance tax, which Griswold cashed for personal use. She repaid the money in February, nearly a month after her indictment. Griswold is set to be sentenced in July, but her plea agreement does stipulate that no jail time and a 3-year probation will be the sentence. An 11-year-old girl was resuscitated Monday evening after nearly drowning in a community pool in Severna Park. Lifeguards at the Oakley Forest Pool pulled the girl out and performed CPR, reviving her before paramedics arrived. She was taken to a pediatric hospital and is in stable condition, and Captain Jenny McAleer of the Anne Arundel County Fire Department credited the lifeguards with saving her lives. The names of the lifeguards were not released, and representatives from the Oakley Forest Civic Association did not comment. Okay, we're going to get into the weeds here a little bit. The Annapolis City Council passed a $191 million fiscal 2025 budget, maintaining the property tax rate at 0.7380 per $100 of assessed value. The budget is $3.1 million more than initially proposed due to additional allocations, which includes a $2,000 grant for the Heritage Baptist Church Food Pantry and $125,000 for a noise camera pilot on Tyler Avenue. Key expenditures include $1.5 million for a new fireboat, a 5% increase in the police budget to $29.8 million. There was a reduction in the fire department budget. $5,000 to purchase reusable plastic bags for lower-income residents who can't afford the plastic bag fee that is to come into law pretty soon. And $616,000 to establish a Department of Central Services, which the city had eliminated several years ago. The capital improvement budget includes $3 million for the College Creek Connector Trail and $4 million for Connecting Communities Fund. A $1 million match is reserved for redeveloping Eastport Terrace and Harbor House, and $200,000 will fund a traffic study on Bay Ridge Road. It should be noted that while the tax rate remains the same, that does not mean that your taxes will not increase, as the assessments have, for the most part, increased. It's sort of like inflation we're seeing now. The tax on a Big Mac has been the same forever, but the bottom line increased because the cost of the Big Mac increased. Also notable about this $191 million budget, when Mayor Buckley took office in 2017, the budget was $103 million, and that was before the millions that were infused by the feds for COVID. Music lovers rejoice on this one, man. The WHFestival, a wildly popular event from the 90s and early 2000s, is being revived by the Washington Nationals and IMP concerts. The festival is going to take place on Saturday, September 21st at Nationals Park, featuring acts such as the Postal Service, Death Cab for Cutie, Incubus, Bush, and Garbage. The ticketing will be handled through a lottery system, open until Sunday the 16th, with results announced by June 21st. Basically, you, quote, purchase the tickets between now and Sunday, and when the winners will be notified, and then their cards will be charged. If you didn't get a seat, your card will not be charged. This helps control scalpers and inflated third-party sellers. Tickets do range from about $150 to $475 for the VIP, and I think that's a pretty reasonable price considering that each of those bands would have demanded $40 to $50 in their day. The amenities for the VIP are very solid, so I think that might be a good bargain if you can foot the bill. We do have a link at eyeonannapolis.net if you want to get your name in. The Annapolis Juneteenth Planning Committee and the City of Annapolis are going to be hosting the 4th annual Juneteenth celebration with a VIP reception and awards ceremony on Friday, June 21st, and a parade and festival on Saturday, June 22nd. The parade does start at noon on Calvert Street, and the festival follows at Bates Athletic Complex behind Maryland Hall from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. The city offices will be closed on Monday, June 19th for the Juneteenth holiday, but refuse and recycling schedules will not be affected. The festival will feature live music, entertainment, vendors, and food with free admission and parking at the Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium for only $10. There will be rolling road closures during the parade, and attendees can receive alerts by texting June 2024 to 38276 or use that Prepare Me Annapolis app. Up this Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, we're going to be chatting with Bruce Morgenstern, who is a professional volunteer and the founder of AAA Cert, which is a great volunteer organization that helps to keep us all safe in an emergency and actually in line when we step out of line at a parade or a festival. That drops at noon on Saturday, so you want to look forward to that. And by now, you know the drill. Please let your friends, neighbors, and colleagues all know about our daily news recap email. It's free. It comes to your email inbox every night at 7 p.m. It's going to keep you up to speed on all the top local news stories, and it's paywall free. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you and also to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, and Hospice of the Chesapeake. So now you just need to hang tight because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is standing by with the only locally forecasted weather report you will find, and Bridget, also known as Beeper Buzz, is here with Annapolis After Dark. All that's coming up for you in just a bit, so stick around.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be, so you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, June 12th. Yesterday's temps and lower humidity had the air feeling more like early May or late September as opposed to the middle third of June. But things will start to change today as temperatures start to rise and it starts to feel more like summertime. Look for mostly sunny skies today with temps a bit warmer into the lower mid-80s with winds likely 5 to maybe 10 knots out of the south for the Wednesday night races in Annapolis, with more sunshine Thursday along with higher humidity as temperatures climb into the upper 80s to lower 90s across the region. From there, it's widespread 90s Friday with fairly humid conditions expected, with a chance for some PM storms as well, ahead of more sunshine in mid to upper 80s both Saturday and Sunday for a very nice Father's Day weekend. As for next week, the expectation is for more sunshine and hot temps, with upper 80s to mid-90s returning 4 p.m. highs both Monday and Tuesday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X for weather updates each day. along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. MacMedics is an Apple-authorized service provider. MacMedics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. MacMedics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call MacMedics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. The music scene in Anne Arundel County is poppin', and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, Beeper Buzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. Beeper Buzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, June 12th through Sunday, June 16th. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and Beeper Buzz, and also both websites for the full schedule. We update the Facebook posts and all websites with changes and cancellations, so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com, AnnapolisMusic.us, and BeeperBuzz.com. Quick reminder, East Porter Rockin', our favorite local music festival, is just a week and a half away. Save $5 with my code BEEPEAR24. The link is pinned on the top of all of my Facebook pages. Again, that's BEEPEAR24. BEEPEAR24. Save $5. Wednesday, tonight in downtown Annapolis, the musical The Prom is at Annapolis Summer Garden Theater. It will run Wednesday through Saturday, and tickets are still available. Get them at summergarden.com. Live music in Annapolis tonight. Start with Happy Hour with Ryan Cozell at Middleton Tavern. Dirk Schwenk and Kevin Duo will be at Great Frogs Winery for their wine club members off of the Forest Drive corridor. Jesse Marie will be at Stan & Joe's on West Street with Joey Mitchell. Mr. VCR will be at Dark Horse. And around the county, Aaron Hawkins of Loose Ties will be at Mother's in Arnold. The Low Keys will be at Food Truck Wednesdays on the farm up in Millersville. Eric Scott and Doug Segree will be at Harper's Waterfront Restaurant in Edgewater. And Loose Change will be at Pirates Cove down in Galesville. Under my other things to do at the bottom of each day, open mic at Severna Park Tap House returns, hosted by George Evans. Thursday, get to the point for Brian Ewald. In Annapolis, under my other things to do, at the bottom of each day, karaoke with John Donovan at Santa Joe's on West Street. Around the county, music returns to the Broadneck Grill in the Cape. And this week, they have Greg Viola of Mad Planet Band. Petey and Danny, known as the Devaney Brothers, will be at Mother's in Arnold. Wendell Live, a tribute to Sinatra, will be at Galliano's at Wall Chapel in the Cambrils Crofton area. And under my other things to do, Bob Quinlan will be hosting the open mic at Copper Creek Pub in Severna Park. Friday night in Annapolis, start with Happy Hour with Dana B at Blackwall Hitch and stay for Rickshaw Lizard. Kirstie Allen will be at Market Space outside of Federal House. George Evans will be singing for the late night crowd at Ram's Head Tavern on West Street. Trisonic will be downstairs at Middleton Tavern. The Moran Trip Band will be at Santa Joe's on West Street. And Better Off Dead, a Grateful Dead tribute band, will be at Vibe. Music around the county on Friday night. The Summer Concert Series returned to the historic Goshen Farm in Cape St. Clair with music by Acoustic Cafe and 21012. Donations are recommended, which all go to this historic property with so much history. Also on Friday night, the Music Room will return to Mother's in Arnold. Justin B. will be at Santa Joe's Riverside in Galesville. And up in the Dina, start with Happy Hour at Twain's Tavern with music by Lost and Found Trio Band. And Joe Bryan will be at Rumor Meal in Pasadena. And under my other things to do, pop-up open mic night with Delo Ray Sky, Danny's birthday celebration. This will take place at Azure Annapolis at the Westin Annapolis Hotel inside Park Place. Saturday in Annapolis, Ben from Ben and the Bee Band will be at Great Frogs Winery off of Forest Drive. Hurricane Kevin will be in Market Space outside of Federal House. Bootleggers and Baptists and Severn River Band are playing the 8th annual Pints for Paws Home Brewing and Craft Beer Festival on Saturday at the Navy Stadium. Take your pup to this fun event where you can sample more than 50 home brews from the Annapolis Home Brew Club, as well as beer from local craft breweries like Firm Brewing, one of my favorites, Crooked Crab, Forward Brewing, and more. This event supports the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, and you get to go home with a fancy glass. Save $10 with my discount code, which is BEEPR10. BEEPR10. Also on Saturday, Moon Cherry will be at Blackwall Hitch. Ryan Cozell will be singing for the late night crowd at Ramside Tavern. Michael McHenry Tribe will be downstairs at Middleton Tavern. And if you missed Ben Heemstraw earlier in the day, catch him at Reynolds Tavern Saturday night. And end the night with Dan Healy Band at Dark Horse. Around the county on Saturday night, Brain Austin Dunn will be at Blackwell Barn and Lodge in Gambrels. Good Talk Russ will be at Mother's in Arnold. The Catherine Light Foundation fundraiser is back all day, 2 stages, many bands like Red Betty and the Ruckus, and Frank Florence from Left of Center up at Severna Park Tap House on Saturday afternoon. And down in North Beach, the Lucky Sweats duo will be at Catch 22. Sunday Fun Day in Annapolis, the Befuddlers will be at 49 West. Brent Austin Dunn will be in Market Space outside of Federal House. Michael Waskey will be at Great Frogs Winery off of Forest Drive. And the West Street Revival Band will be at Stan & Joe's covering songs of the summer. Around the county on Sunday, start with brunch at Gary's Grill with Aaron Hawkins of Loose Ties. Hurricane Kevin will be at Edgewater's Farmers Market with Kyle and Ed. Father's Day fun with Tyler Zachary at Severna Park Tap House. And Brett Bueller from the Hollow Truce will be solo at Firm Brewing up in the Crofton Gambrels area. Susie Lennox will be at Pirates Cove down in Galesville. And Richard Hayward will be right next door at San Andreas Riverside, also in Galesville. Up in the Dina, start with brunch with Guava Jelly Duo at Rumor Rio in Pasadena. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com, AnnapolisMusic.us, and BeeperBuzz.com, spelled BeePrbuzz. Add the websites to the homepage on your cell phone to make them an app. Then it's just 2 clicks to the music anytime. I'll see you out there.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.